Hey guys, this is Sarah. We're right next to a road in this big patch of chicory, so I figured I'd show you guys a little bit of details about this plant and some cool things you can do with it, so stay tuned. Chicory, Chicorium intybus. Known as the blue dandelion, blue daisy, blue sailors, cornflower, succour, blue weed, coffee weed, wild bachelor's buttons, wild endive, and horseweed. You may have seen this invasive plant on the sides of roads, on hillsides, in ditches, near railroad tracks, at stop signs, and even growing in driveways or walkways. Most of society considers this a weed, but this plant is so much cooler than that. Let's dive a little deeper into why this plant is so cool. Chicory plants are in the aster and sunflower families, so they're related to dandelions. They are also related to salad greens, endive, and escarole. The leaves, flowers, and roots can all be eaten. Habitat and habits. This is a very widespread flowering plant. It is found all over in Europe, Africa, and North America, and can be characterized by its striking blue and sometimes white, pink, or red flowers. It was introduced into the United States in the 19th century and is largely grown and harvested in Belgium, France, the Netherlands, and Germany. Chicory is also commercially grown in a few countries, as well as Nebraska and the U.S. They grow up to 3 feet tall, like to grow where pretty much all the other plants don't like to. This is next to a busy intersection, and these chicory plants are thriving. It's quite beautiful, actually. But you have to come at the right time of day, otherwise you'll miss it. The chicory plant apparently does not like heat too well, so they tend to have open flowers early morning till around noon, depending on how hot the day is and your area. So it's picky, but it's not. But you have to come at the right time of day to be able to see these beautiful flowers, or have a nice cloudy day that's not too hot. Let me show you some chicory flowers that were just in bloom an hour ago. Then you'll understand. Visuals are very helpful in this kind of thing, because then you can actually see the difference. See, this entire patch right here used to be all blue just a few hours ago. So it's pretty crazy how fast they change because of the heat. This flower here must have just been closed up within the last hour. Variations. First of all, my favorite part of the chicory plant is the color of its flowers. Blue! Well, blue's my favorite color, so duh. Well, most of them are blue anyway. The flower of the chicory can also come in variations such as purple, pink, and white as well. Here is a cool pink variation I found alongside the common blue variant. So pretty. The blue is the most common, the pink and white are more rare. So I am super happy I found both of them today to show you. Believe it or not, this is the first time I've ever seen the pink variation of this plant. If you've ever seen a white one, please do let us know and maybe post it in the comments. We'd love to see one. Check it out, guys. My son found white chicory. Look at that. That is so cool. That is a rare find right there. These are really hard to find in white. Look at that. Typically, their color will be this, the blue. But there's 2 of them right there, white ones. That's amazing. Look how pretty that is. Same plant, you can tell by the way that the stem is, by the way the flowers are coming together, and you can tell by the leaves. See the leaf too? It's definitely chicory right there. Another white one! Look at that! That's pretty amazing. Look at this. Almost from this angle, it looks like a dianthus. Because dianthus flowers have the little teeth at the end of the petals as well. But yeah, look at that. It has a couple of dead flowers or finished flowers for the day. That's neat. Good find. Uses for the chicory flower. One really good reason to keep these flowers around is for the bees, because it gives them some really good foraging, so they can make us really good honey. Apart from being a staple for bees to forage, look at this little guy. Check out his little legs full of pollen to take back to the hive. The chicory is a great food source for them, so it helps keep our bee and butterfly populations healthy. Bees, beetles, butterflies, and other bugs are useful for the pollination of our plants. Check out the little ladybug larvae here, too. Number 2, the flowers are edible? I've admired the gorgeous blue flowers of this plant since I was a kid, but never knew until recently you can actually eat the flowers. Chicory flowers. Yes, I said flowers. This is a very little known fact, but Google does actually say it if you search it in Google. You can put them in salads. You can probably eat them raw, but I would probably wash them first. Chicory flowers have been used around the world in home remedies for hundreds of years and are able to be eaten raw in salads and are also medicinal. The beautiful indigo-colored blooms are used for an appetite stimulant and to help treat gallstones, gastroenteritis, hopefully I said that right, sinus problems, cuts, and bruises. They are also believed to give a good immune boost and help relieve stress. I know we could all use a little stress relief. Chicory flowers are also one of the 38 Bach flower rescue remedies. Check it out. It's a really great investment for your health. Here's the link to the Amazon store where you can order it. On to the leaves. Number 3. The leaves of the chicory plant are the second most known fact about this plant. The young leaves in the early spring can be harvested along with its dandelion cousin to put in salads or eaten raw. This is because they taste less bitter in the early spring. You can eat them when the plant is in bloom in the summertime, but they will not be as good tasting as they will in the springtime. Sort of like kale. The leaves of chicory can also be cooked in a number of different recipes, which we will show in a later episode. The leaves of this plant are usually more abundant towards the base and more sparse as you move up the plant. The stems also have a little tough hairs on the leaves, stems, and buds before they open up. The leaves themselves have a serrated edge, much like the dandelion, but it's not typically as prominent as the dandelion's leaf's edge. And if we flip this leaf over, we can see the very strong vein in the back of the leaf kind of sticks out a bit, and you can see the little hairs on the back of it as well. Towards the top of the plant, you can see the leaf structure changes just a tiny bit, but it's kind of really fascinating how these leaves actually form off the stem. There's no actual leading stem up to the leaf, it's just directly off the stalk of the plant, which is really neat. It's very unique. It's also quite interesting because if you look at the way the leaves come off the stalk, they don't have the more common pattern of parallel leaf structure. They're alternating. So you can see here, they go first one, then the other, never right across from each other, unless you're at the bottom of the plant. The stem you could probably eat, but it wouldn't kill you. It wouldn't taste so great or be very palatable. It's a very hard, hollow stem, very woody, and you can see me tapping it's pretty hard. Chicory roots! Chicory is best known for its roots. Yes, that's roots, which can be roasted and ground to make a wonderful coffee substitute, which I will be trying in a future video, so please don't hesitate to like and subscribe, and hit the little bell button to make sure you're notified whenever I post that content. Can't wait to make you some homemade coffee-ish. It's going to be a good one, so stay tuned. If you guys appreciate content like this and feel like you are getting educated or learning something you didn't know before, or just enjoying how we present these videos, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and don't forget to send to your friends and family so that everybody can enjoy our channel. I hope you guys have a great day, and see you on the next one!